What up, y'all? Tina here, man. They said there's some drama on the Doomsday set. They said 2 people done got into it on set for the Avengers Doomsday movie. Let's get into it.
I talk movies and Marvel, TV shows, rumors, money, and drama. Game of Thrones, universe, and rice too. Vampires, horror, I got you. Subscribe to my page, come roll with me. If you like movies, follow, she dreads me. Movies, follow, she dreads me.
Y'all, I got my Snuggie back on for tonight. It's another late night recording. I have been up like, who been fighting?
I heard it was a fight at lunch. Who won? Who was fighting? Dejanay? You got the video?
Now, this information is coming from separate sources. At first, journalist Jeff Sneider mentioned it on the podcast, The Hot Mic, last week. Nobody kind of reported it. It swept under the radar. Now, this week, it came up again at Kristian's podcast. And another report came from comicbook.com. So, the story is, 2 people got into it on set. They said one person said something slick or jokingly to the other person, and that other person got pissed off and didn't find it funny. Yep. Now, the key thing is, whoever these 2 people were, both who were important to what's going on, they said it would cost millions of dollars to shoot the scene separately without one of the actors. So that means one of these actors got to be making some money. And they said whoever these 2 people were, they've never filmed before. That's also why there was a little friction, because somebody said something and the other person is like, you don't know me like that. We ain't cool enough for you to joke like that. So that gives us a little information on who these 2 people might possibly be. So immediately when I heard this, my gut was like, somebody in the Coolerverse done got pissed off. Yep. My gut says somebody done said something to Shuri, Okoye, or Namor and pissed them off. My gut immediately went to the Coolerverse. Yep, y'all done pissed somebody else off in that universe. That was my first thought. I was like, either RDJ or Ryan Reynolds done said something to Namor the Submariner and he done got mad. Yep. It's somebody in that Cooglerverse. That was the first thing that came to my mind. Then I was like, okay, maybe RDJ said something to somebody in the X-Men cast, because they said the 2 people, they've never filmed together before. So RDJ is always going to be the first person coming to my mind. So I'm like, is it somebody from the X-Men cast? And the reason RDJ keeps sticking out in my head is because I feel like RDJ is one of those people on set who feel like they can do what they want, they can say what they want, and he gives me the energy like he'll make a little weird joke. Maybe not even on purpose. Like, I feel like RDJ has like weird humor, because whatever was said, it was something inappropriate. It was something said so bad that this person did not want to film with the other person. Now, some of the fans was like, yo, maybe it was RDJ and Pedro, but it can't be RDJ and Pedro because they cool. They know each other. The report said whoever these 2 people were, they never filmed together. They not cool like that. So whatever the joke was said, it offended this other person. Shang-Chi give me the vibe like he'll say something inappropriate, like a weird joke. Could have been him. And now that I'm thinking about it, John Walker and Red Guardian, they be having jokes too. Could have been one of them. Now, Ian McKellen, he's a queen. He'll say something slick out his mouth too. It could be anybody. I got a whole list of who it could possibly be. Who y'all think was the 2 people beefing on the set? Who y'all think it is? It has to be somebody important. Now, I know earlier I was making jokes about the women of Wakanda saying it probably was somebody in the Coogler universe, but this altercation happened between 2 men. See, you have to read between the lines when people start talking, because Jeff Sneider said something along the lines of, it's a lot of testosterone on that set. So that's telling me that it probably was 2 men into it. And it probably was 2 egotistical men. Or it probably was 2 men just, both feeling like they got their chest out. So we gonna go ahead and cross the women off and say it's the men. And everybody keeps saying Pedro Pascal. Pedro don't give me the energy that he would say something inappropriate to someone he doesn't know. Pedro gives me the vibe that once he's comfortable with you, then he may feel prone to be a little more touchy-feely. He might be comfortable then. But I don't feel like he'll say something weird to a stranger. I think it's one of them OGs. Somebody who felt like they was comfortable enough to say some crazy stuff. Now, I have seen people say, yo, maybe it was Ryan Reynolds. First off, I don't know if he's on set or not. We getting reports that he's there, then there's reports that he's not there. So I don't know if Ryan Reynolds is on set. Second off, I feel like if it was Ryan Reynolds, if he said something inappropriate, people would be like, oh, he's just in character. That's just Deadpool. I don't feel like people would just pay him any attention if he did say something wrong, because that's just the nature of his character, i.e. Deadpool. I also feel like since he's involved with like legal matters, I can't see him really just saying something inappropriate to someone unless he's in character. Like I said, I'm one of the people. I don't think Deadpool on set. He might be. Who y'all think it is? Now, I know I was on Twitter being messy and jokey and laughing, but this set is so massive. Things like this are going to happen. When you put this many people together on a set that's unorganized, things like this happen. It's friction. So it may not even be that big of a deal. Never mind. It had to be that big of a deal because they said whatever it was, they was like, we got to fix this because this is going to cost us millions of dollars if we have to separate these two. So I guess it is kind of a big deal. Can you imagine? Because I'm about to tell you how they film these large Avenger films. Imagine let's say Tanakh Huerta. Let's say you're Namor. You get up at 3 a.m., go through hair and makeup, got to get the ears put on. You walk out and they give you this little paragraph and say, these are your lines for the day. Mind you, everybody don't have a full script, so you already don't know what's going on. You have very little context to your scene. So they send you to the trailer and they say, hey, when we're ready to film with you, we'll come get you. Because they don't want you seeing the other stuff that's filming because they're trying to contain the leaks. So you're sitting in your trailer for hours, bored, don't even know what the movie is about that you're filming, don't know when they calling you to set, you just sitting there. And then after 2 hours, they say, oh, now we ready for you. Now, you already agitated because you bored, you've been sitting there all day. And as soon as you walk on set, somebody say something slick like, oh, this don't look like the Namor I grew up with. Or they say something like, if you and Storm have an affair or you taking her to Taco Bell, somebody said something slick. Somebody said something ignorant for this stuff to explode. It had to be reckless what they said. Not to mention, whoever the person was probably frustrated for just sitting around all day. I'm in a foreign country. I want to eat my own food. I miss my wife. I don't know what this movie is about. RDJ is making $50 million. Yes, I'm a little agitated. I'm a little on edge and I don't have time for jokes. And you don't know me like that to even joke with me. Get this man from around me. I don't want to film with him no more. Or y'all can just send me back home. Like, they're saying it got so bad that the person was like, I don't want to film with this person anymore. All it takes is one thing to cause an explosion on a dysfunctional set. And then you got people on the internet like, oh, don't believe it. This isn't true. People are just making this up. Hey, man, I believe it. I believe it. Yep. I'm from the era of the Chicago Bulls and Dennis Rodman. When Dennis Rodman used to be going to Vegas and getting toe up, and then the tabloids would pick it up and they were like, oh, that's not true. Dennis wasn't in Vegas. He was practicing in the gym all night. Then 20 years later, you got people like Michael Jordan coming out telling stories about him getting on his jet to go to Vegas to pull Dennis out of there to get ready for the game. It's like, oh, so the rumors was true. So, man, these rumors are coming from somewhere. Who y'all think it was? I think RDJ is in the mix. That's my opinion. But yo, if you want to see like the clip of where all of this came from, I'm going to post it for you. Let's check it out.
Claims that there have been clashes on the set. The dysfunction I've heard about on set is only to that of the Fast and Furious movies. There's a lot of testosterone and a lot of ego on that set. Comic book movie added that we have heard that a clash between two particular actors became so heated that certain scenes involving their respective characters had to be altered or removed from the script entirely. All right, John, clear this up.
What do you want me to clear up? Be specific.
Let's start with the with that last part of what comic book movie said. Like, who are the actors that are fighting?
Oh, I'm not going to say that.
No,
I do know. Yes, and they are two pretty big actors. And apparently, a comment, from what I understand, a comment was made in jest that was a bit too familiar because these actors didn't know each other that well and crossed the line. And one of the actors got really upset about it, confronted the other actor, and that caused a big rift and battle. And I'm just going to leave it at two very outspoken actors went at each other. And from what I understand, what I was told, one of the actors was, Marvel said, we'll shoot your scene separately, or we'll shoot scenes without the other actor in it, or we'll figure it out in some other way. And so that actor felt that the fact that Marvel was willing to make these concessions was enough, because they also told this actor that it was going to cost like millions of dollars to shoot scenes without the other actor. And that actor felt that, well, since Marvel was willing to at least make the effort to concede that and move the schedule around, that they felt it was a good faith effort. And so both actors were brought together, apologies were exchanged, and people moved on. But
they're okay now.
Yes, that's from what I understand.
So what do y'all think? Who do y'all think the two people were that got into it? Leave your comments below. Thanks for hanging out with me. Peace.
Subscribe to my